early. Sometimes it's good to be early. But our show starts at a specific time. You should remember that. Let's get started then, shall we?
Dillon, I don't give a what you think about the co-host and freshen up my show.
It might not be flashy, but sometimes you just got to toss another person to make a statement.
My show's about the people's podcast. Everyone has a voice. I don't need a co-host. Go listen to one of the other 5,000 shows with a co-host because they don't have a mouth like the big guy.
Opie, are you a career killer with Tim Sabian, yourself, and many others?
Be myself. Never had real issues with those people. They just understood that I was a different bird. The rest of them, though, I'm like, oh, shut up. I'm paying your salary because the ratings are so good, so shut up.
Right.
Live from somewhere,
it's Dillon.
Good whatever to you, whenever you are listening to this episode of Co-Host Auditions. I am your co-host, Dillon, and this is my self-taped audition for Boogie 2988. He has been making some waves recently with a new documentary coming out. I took a look at it, and he's been having financial issues for quite some time, as has Darkside Phil, as has Wings of Redemption. That's why Keemstar tried to get them together for a lolcow podcast. But DSP put a real speed bump in front of that. I do believe Wings and Boogie are currently doing that. But hey, how about you diversify, Boogie? Get a few other people in the mix like myself. And that documentary, Boogie did not come off looking well. This is the second time Boogie will be appearing on this show. His girlfriend, Desiree, she will be appearing for the first time on this self-taped audition. We will start off with Boogie. We will do Desiree second. And if we've got enough time, we'll do another Boogie. Otherwise, we'll get on out of here because about 60 minutes is enough for this show for now. Thank you all for joining. And without further ado, take it away, Boogie 2988, you sad sack.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Boogie 2988 coming at your lives once again through the power.
Boogie 299 coming at you live. Kind of has a little bit of a radio voice going there. Gonna pitch it to the break coming up in just a moment.
Off the internet. And I'm out walking today. Brought my phone with me and I thought I'd like to record a video talking about that podcast episode I did with Tom Dark.
And I believe this is the new podcast. 5 months ago. This is a bit old. And I chose this one because this is titled My Brain Kinda Sucks. My brain kind of sucks too, but I'm aware of how it sucks and I'm able to deal with that. Oh, Sham Pipple, great to see you. I think that our boy Boogie here could use some Sham Pipple to help himself feel a little better.
Turkey Tom. A lot of stuff I want to say about that. You may recognize the lake I'm at today. This is Lake Weddington, the one that's like 10 miles away from my house. It's a shame he's not here.
10 miles away from his house that's damn near a $500,000. I believe he bought it for $250,000. His finances were very much covered in the most recent documentary by, what was his name? Crumb something, I believe. He did a good job, but then Boogie started doing podcasts saying that, no, he had this information wrong. Yeah, I saw it beforehand, but I didn't really read. You had the chance to fix things that were incorrect on the documentary, Boogie. And what about your finances was incorrect?
Here with me today. He's not having a great day today. He's starting to really slow down. So I didn't drag him out here, but I'll get him back out here soon. It is beautiful down here.
He really sounded like he was kind of up, and now he sounds like he's kind of down. We do know a lot of Boogie's health problems have to do with the fact that he is morbidly obese and he hasn't fixed his diet. And I wonder what his brain being broken, maybe he'll get more into it because he said he does have a dumb brain.
On here, and it's so quiet today. Everybody's at work. So first, I wanted to say that
Maybe you could climb a pretty little tree over there.
posted the episode. And not because I'm embarrassed or anything like that. It got demonetized. We had a pretty spicy conversation. We talked about some pretty spicy stuff. That could be why it got demonetized. I also think it could.
Did you talk about your hookers? Because you spent what the documentary said, over $200,000 on hookers, and $200,000 because you wanted to fuck a 10. You just couldn't be satisfied with fucking a desperate 8.
Could be because Tom.
Oh, he was trying to sugar baby too. And if you have the funds to sugar baby, go ahead, right ahead. But you blew so much of your money pretending to be a sugar daddy. And really, I guess you weren't pretending, but the internet stopped liking you once your true colors came out. Because Boogie at one point was the nice guy on the internet, and then he's like a narcissist from the bottom. Like he's a power bottom of narcissism, where feel bad for me, feel bad for me.
Dropped some homosexual slurs in the middle of the episode. I mean, in context, it was not just like throwing slurs out there, but still, he did that. And I think that might have been part of it. Eventually, I'll get an edited version of it up over on the podcast channel. You can watch it there. If you have the link, you can click on the unlisted version. Also, Tom has his version up on his channel with his commentary. If you want to go see what he has to say about it.
I want to hear about your broken brain. All right, we're getting into the I'm embarrassed part, or was that the end of the I'm embarrassed? You're just kind of talking around a point here.
No,
I'm here to talk about your broken brain and compare and contrast.
A lot of people are saying, aren't you embarrassed by that conversation? Yeah, man. Of course it's embarrassing to admit what a neurotic mess my brain is, what a jumble of mental disorders that I am.
Which is, come on, let's get to it. I've got the bipolar too, and I'm well aware of it.
And the stupid mistakes I've made in the past.
Is it just a dumb brain?
Dumb
Do
decision.
you have the Abby normal brain?
To lie to try to cover it in the past. I've done some really idiotic shit. I'm embarrassed that I haven't made the recovery that I wanted to make by the time I'm 48.
You have to put in the effort and just have like he's actually addicted to people feeling bad for him. So that's just a cycle that's going to continue. He's going to continue feeling bad and then tell the entire internet about it and then get the satisfaction of the power bottom narcissist of, oh, we all feel bad for you.
I'm embarrassed that I'm still just as broken as I've ever been. I'm embarrassed.
Have you tried the crazy pills? I was on the crazy pills for about 2 years before I weaned myself off. Ray DeVito from the Dabbleverse, I believe he's getting himself off the crazy pills, but it does make your wiener really not work that well. Well, the wiener works just fine. It's the finishing that's a problem on the crazy pills for me and a lot of people.
To be this fat.
Which actually makes you a better lover. With the stamina that I imagine you have, that would probably help you out with those fat rolls upon fat rolls. They did interview on the new documentary one of the ladies of the night that Boogie 2988 frequented regularly, and she quit being a hooker specifically because of Boogie. So good job, Boogie, on getting someone to improve their life by having sex with them and them just... What am I doing? Just imagine all the dozens upon hundreds of men that hooker had sex with, and it was you, sir, who finally made her say, I can't do this anymore. And she got the sugar baby experience. You paid for a lot of shit for that woman, but still, she came out of it like, no, Jesus Christ, no.
Yeah, man, I wake up, I'm a walking embarrassment, dude. No surprise there. But I'm not only embarrassed. When I was born into the brain that I was born into, the body that I was born into, the world I was born into.
Did you have a transplant of those at any point? Are you a Frankenstein? This is your second body?
The situation I was born
second young Frankenstein reference there.
There was a very real chance that I would accomplish absolutely nothing in this life. I was going to end up being on disability. I was. I'm disabled still now. And that could have been the end of that story.
We know Boogie is on all types of pills. Sham Pipple giving an update that Ray is getting off them crazy pills. Maybe that'll help him come easier. It won't help him with the ladies any better. Him and I are both weird fellows, and it takes a specific type of lady to be like, yes, I want that weirdness. So don't get yourself down when you don't find the proper lady, because it takes a lot of digging to find someone on the same frequency of weird, or in Boogie's case, someone who just has intense daddy issues that is looking for someone more than double her age. She is 20. He is damn near 50, but we will get to her soon enough.
I could have deleted myself in my teens. Lord knows I tried.
And when you try and fail at the self-exit, really, that's another thing you're not good at. I think that was a George Carlin bit. You never hear that they try again, but that's just one more thing you're not good at.
But I made it all the way to 48. And a lot of morbidly obese people don't do that. A lot of people born into situations like mine don't do that. And on top of that, I've managed to entertain and in some cases inform millions of people. I've had a relatively comfortable adult life. I've lost 200 pounds, kept it off.
Lost 200 pounds, lost $200,000 on hookers, lost $600,000 on cryptocurrency. That one was very shocking, that he was at one time worth $750,000. $600,000 of that he put into crypto and lost it all. And since then, he's been on some podcasts that have called into question this financial, like he's very odd with his finances, and things are a bit not adding up, just like our buddy Darkside Phil.
Have a good support structure. Some good friends.
You need a damn good support structure to make sure your floor doesn't cave in beneath you, fatty.
People I love. And I'm very lucky to count those blessings. Those are blessings I absolutely was not guaranteed. So blessings I had to work hard on to earn and to keep. And I did.
Oh boy, you, sir, are not holding up your end of the entertainment. You said you're entertaining people, and this video is your example of that? Shenanigans. I call it shenanigans.
And I thought it was a good time in that conversation to point that out, and I did. And some of you saw that. Some of you are proud of me too.
Let's get to the next section.
In that conversation was to just finally come clean with how unwell mentally I actually am. And
there you go. Here we are. We are on the road to getting much better by way of admitting what your crazy is. What is your crazy, sir?
I've tried to communicate that to you guys before, but I was never really willing to go all out and explain it. But I did in that interview, and I want to reiterate here. My friends have seen it, like Kid Behind the Camera, McJuggernuggets, Emily, Keemstar saw it while we were working up to this fight. My friends and my family, my therapist, they've all seen.
Get to the point. What is your crazy? Is your mental illness the fact that you ramble on without making a point?
That I don't live in reality, man. I can't connect with other people emotionally. I don't know how your all's brains work.
I'm pretty sure I've got the Asperger's and not the full-on autism, but there's no way I'm not on the spectrum.
But 99% of the time, my reality...
Maybe we can hold hands on this spectrum. Maybe you're on the other end of the spectrum and we can't hold hands. I need more details, Boogie.
...is just not your reality. I don't feel the things that other people feel. I don't think the things other people think. I don't do the things other people do. I find great...
More details. I don't feel like me with the bipolar. I feel like I feel more my higher highs and lower lows than most people.
Difficulty being around other human
details. What do you feel?
Beings. Going to the...
Do you feel your wiener in your hand? Well, not anymore. Now he feels his wiener against a very young vagina.
DMV is like getting shot in the face for me doing paperwork. I just don't do it. If I didn't have enablers in my life that helped me pay the bills would just get turned off, man. I don't.
That's actually something else he talked about in his documentary, where his former, did he have a wife? Did he have a girlfriend? Like she just took care of all the finances. And that was part of the man-childness of Boogie 2988, is that once she left, what do I do with this pile of money? Crypto, make it more. Oh no, crypto made it less.
I honestly don't know how y'all do it.
Alcohol.
I barely do. And when I do get it done, it's hell.
Look at him power bottoming with his narcissism. Feel bad for me, folks. I don't know how to make life happen so easy.
I don't know. But I'm glad to have finally communicated to you how unwell I am. And if you don't believe me, I mean, you'll see it in this documentary that's coming up with Mike Klum. He got some footage that I ain't real happy about. But it's coming, whether I'm happy about it or not. And I saw a lot of people after that conversation say, Boogie, I can't believe that's your excuse. That's your excuse. What excuse? Are you excusing me? Did the police excuse me when I fired a gun? Did my ex-wife excuse me that I made her become my caretaker? And
You shot a firearm out in a public place. You committed a felony. No, you do not just get felonies. Oh, gee whiz. What a little bit of an oopsie you made of firing a firearm out in a public place into the air, just willy-nilly. It could have hit an eagle. It could have dropped down to the earth and hit a child just because some troll came and said, hello, Boogie. Pow! Like, just brandishing that and pointing it at him would have been enough, but no, let me fire a warning shot into the air.
and decide to stay with me. I know it's not an excuse if no one gives a shit. If it doesn't excuse the behavior, then it's not an excuse. It's just the reason it happens. That's why I do what I do, because my brain don't work. I don't live.
Feel bad for me. I have done very bad things, so make sure that you feel bad for me, because I feel bad for me. Let's all feel bad for me together. Gather around and let me just feel you feeling bad for me. Power bottoming narcissism. Is that a term? I'm going to keep saying it for Boogie, because that's what it really feels like.
Live in your reality. I don't think the way people are supposed to think. I don't feel the way people are supposed to feel. I'm working by a whole different rule set here. Not to say that I can't relate to some people. I definitely met autistic people that I can relate to.
Ding, 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 ding. There you go. I understand how your autistic brain works.
I definitely met other trauma survivors I can relate to. I definitely had some good experiences with
I've had trauma, guys. Please send super chats because I've had trauma. Get onto my PayPal, and you know what? $5 today would really help my trauma a little bit, but $50 would help my trauma a lot, so I can go buy 3 quesadillas at Taco Bell for $15 when you can go out and buy those ingredients at the grocery store and make 3 quesadillas for under $5 at home, you silly bastard.
with some group therapy and therapists, people I relate to. But y'all healthy neurotypicals, you don't know how lucky you have it, man. I would cut off my left nut.
All right, here, now we're getting to the meat of the matter. It took him 7 minutes of this 10-minute video to get into his power-bottoming narcissism.
To think and live and feel the way you all do.
So, what he wants, Philip J. Fry, can you help him?
Fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it. Fix it, fix it, fix it.
Nope. Philip J. Fry and Boogie 2988 are just yelling to fix it and not doing a goddamn thing about it to fix it. You've had, let's see, I'm 30. You've had 11 more years to analyze how fucked your brain is, and you're just doing nothing to help unfuck it.
And I probably never will. If I haven't by 48, I probably never will. So, like I said with this Turkey Tom stuff, I'm done bringing up this ancient shit now. I don't want to talk about a lie I told back in 2017 when Tom was still in diapers anymore. I don't want.
Ooh, your lies are pretty massive, Boogie. Those are going to travel and haunt you for a long time. I'm not sure exactly which one he's talking about, but you have a trail of lies behind you, and you keep dropping them all the time. So I need a little more specificity. I'll get that word one of these days. You need to be more specific on which lie is specifically haunting you, because you got a bunch of them, buddy.
I don't want to talk about a false accusation that was given to me before Tom was allowed to drive a car. Why are we still talking about this shit? Why are people still making videos about it? What have I done in the last couple of years? I've gotten better. Mentally.
Not financially.
Physically. I've gotten better. And I've proven it.
Physically, you had the surgery to get yourself less fat. And you're kind of one of those people who keep on eating and the stomach is trying to say no more. But no, I enjoy eating 3 quesadillas from Taco Bell at once. So you got your stomach to be nice and little small, but now you're expanding it once again when it's telling you. And that is a thing. Like, food make you feel happy. You get something delicious. That is something that is a coping mechanism for a lot of people, obviously a lot of fat people, because they go too far with that coping mechanism of making themselves feel better with a nice, delicious meal. But you cheated. You put in the cheat code to get yourself away from falling back on eating too much, and you just kept on doing it.
Proven it to my core audience. I know that the farmers and the commentary community don't see it because they don't see my videos. But what lie have I told in the last 3 years? What trouble have I gotten myself in? What stupid thing have I done? I mean, I lost some money in crypto. I did lose some money in crypto. But is that the worst thing I've done? Pretty goddamn good for an idiot like me. Pretty damn good for 2016, 2017.
I think you are downplaying some of the bad things that you have done over the years. I ain't got a joke there. Take it away while I think of something funny.
Boogie. So I'll take that L, but that's the only thing you've got on me? You ain't got nothing.
Just like I'm taking that L for not coming up with a joke in time and moving forward.
I'm getting better. And that's just how it is. At the end of the day, I'm still mentally unwell.
Later, back in the car.
And that's just how it is. At the end of the day, I'm still mentally unwell. You know, I'm always going to be. And I'm definitely still physically unwell. And I don't see that getting fixed.
And you couldn't land a single punch in a fight against another fat fuck. I found that really funny. Like, Wings took that kind of seriously. Boogie did not at all. Wings went out and got a boxing trainer. I think Boogie just kind of... Did you even punch a punching bag? Did you even punch a wall or a tree or anything to get ready for that fight? Because what some people are saying is that you can't even get your arms up above your shoulders long enough to throw a single punch. Not a single punch landed.
Anytime sooner I see this getting fixed. A lot of fat people die fat. And that's a reality that I'm not too uncomfortable with. But I would like to die less fat. And I have not given up on that. And I haven't given up on getting better mentally. I'll never be well.
You've not given up on being better mentally?
Yeah, that's a ticket. Yeah.
I think you have.
I'll never be neurotypical. I will never function the way you function. It's not possible. The same way I'll never look the way you look.
Give me your sorrow. I function on sorrow. I will not look how you look. I will not feel how you feel. I am a poor power bottom narcissist. I cannot be a narcissist from the top, but I can be a narcissist from the bottom.
I'll never live the life you live. I have to be me. But I try very hard every day to be the best me that I can be. And honestly, the me that I am right now is pretty good. So, as always, thanks for watching. I love you very much. And I will speak with you again soon.
But do you love us more than a friend, Boogie? So next up, we have got his girlfriend.
My name is...
It's a deleted scene from his documentary by that Crumb fellow. This has got a bunch more views than most of Boogie's videos, 225,000. The other deleted scenes from this documentary have nowhere near those. And before we get to that, just a little bit of a shill segment. Please like, subscribe. Thank you all for chatting in the chat room. Commenting after the video is over helps the algorithm as well. Thank you all for showing up and supporting the show. And one day, maybe this will get monetized. And once we get like 300 subscribers, I think it'll be justified over there to get a paywall. Because Boogie, he hasn't gotten to the paywall content at all. That's what the people who are successful at this say is much better. And if you would like to be on Chatting with Beloved Chatters or have any type of random creative needs, I would like to get to script doctoring. There is someone who doesn't want my help script doctoring. We'll get to him later. But Dillon from somewhere at gmail.com. You may not realize that your script needs some script doctoring, but if you don't go through a writer's group, then you might not realize that this is not a final draft and you shouldn't self-publish it for the entire world to see. Thank you all for putting up with my quick shill segment. And now on to the main event. Desiree Davis, a 20-year-old who is also broken in the head, just like Boogie, just like a lot of us. But a lot of us don't start dating whales. She started dating a whale of a man.
This is Desiree Davis, and who I am? I'm a camera girl. Didn't really have the perfect family. Or the like perfect life.
Dayla doing a dark side Phil type joke. How dare you derail my chat? You're not talking exactly about what I'm doing at this moment. Stop derailing my chat, everybody. What's going on is me, and if you don't talk about me, you're going to join the ban train. And we don't want to ban people over here. We want to get more subscribers and get those minimums to be monetized and then get you to pay for it. Like if you will be detractor enough to pay me $2 for a super chat, that's $2 I didn't have before. Well, YouTube's getting 33% of that, but we are still about 5 times the subscribers away from getting super chats. Actually, it might be 4 now, but getting closer. But back to the lady of the day, not to be confused with the lady of the night, who Boogie spent much more money on than his current girlfriend.
But like, I grew up in Sexton, Missouri. Life there was kind of stressful. It was just hectic. There was a lot of people, a lot of crazy things going on. It didn't really feel safe. The violence and stress impacted me where now I have anxiety, but it wasn't just from that. It was definitely a part of just like growing up. I've had a lot of
bundle of laughs this girl is. I can see why Boogie. Oh, you both have a kind of a victim mentality, don't you? And at 20 years old, you haven't had the time to really work through those issues as a 30-something or a 40-something has. Well, Boogie, he still hasn't worked through them. He's had the chance to work through those issues and overcome them, but a state of arrested development, I bet all of these folks are in.
A lot of trials and errors and just like things go wrong. So I was very quiet and just kept to myself. I didn't really do the real dating thing. I didn't really do like hug or kissing or hand holding. I was more like a friend relationship kind of thing.
Get that plane out of here.
And I only remember having like actually 2 of those, and it wasn't serious. It wasn't anything besides, high school.
But she did get in good with the aviation club, which is why we have a plane wandering around during this audio for a documentary.
School, or not high school, high school and school stuff. So just like having somebody to talk to and hang out with. Why I think I didn't ever have that normal high school relationship was because I just found it difficult. I never really could like feel safe or like actually trust somebody.
I was a late bloomer as well, and for me it was inferiority complex. inferiority complex. Since my mama went chasing after a drunk and didn't stick around to see her little boy grow up, it was like, well, who the fuck would want me? Had to overcome that abandonment issue, and that is still a little bit of a trigger.
Enough to, actually let them in. So I've just lost a lot of trust in people. So I've just had a lot of things go wrong. Being bullied in high school for my size, being thin, I was a late bloomer, so that made it difficult. It made me sad and hurt and alone. And honestly, I felt self-conscious and didn't really like my body, so.
Yeah, I was a bit tubby. And now being at an average weight, I now feel better about myself. Actually, I'm at a 36 waist. I need to be at a 34 waist. So if I were to go back into television production, I don't look like a fatty fat. Because 36 waist, not a big fatty fat, but on television, you certainly look like one.
Before I met Boogie, I wasn't interested in looking in a guy or in, relationships.
She wasn't interested in looking at a guy, so she wasn't a fan of the goatsy until she met Boogie. So, how is that sphincter looking?
I was doing my own thing, living on a farm. What's it like living on a farm? It's peaceful, it's nice. I loved pretty much everything about it. It's home, and I know I always got a home, so it's nice. This is an Axolotl. This is a Pokemon. I don't really exactly know which one.
Boogie can tell you, I'm not big into the Pokemon. I watched the first season on television, and Ash Ketchum fucking stunk as a protagonist, as someone who you were supposed to want to succeed. I did not want Ash to succeed. I wanted it to be the Brock and Misty show. I liked both of them, but Ash, what a fucking douche nozzle.
And this is Godzilla. Why do I have stuffed animals? Because they're cute.
Oh, she has got the tattoo. She has got some leopard spots there on her arm, and basic tattoo, basic bitch tattoo. I've got a basic bitch tattoo on my ankle. I should get that covered up, so it's slightly less of a basic bitchery that is forever on my body.
And they're cool, and I know that they don't. I mean, they eventually go away, but like they're there, it's something to remember. It's memories. So I originally discovered Boogie on YouTube, and
I originally discovered Boogie in my nose.
It was with a collab of Jesse, McJuggernuggets, and Kid Behind the Cameras videos.
She saw him on those videos and just said to herself,
I want a commitment. I want to give a commitment. I don't want to have a commitment.
She saw a power bottom narcissist and was like, this is where I can give a commitment and have a commitment.
Okay, my initial impression of Boogie was he's adorable.
What?
I don't know what it was.
I figured that it was an acquired taste. Do you need some contact lenses, lady? I don't think you got the 20/20 vision. Certainly, once you started feeling around and you had 1 flap, 2 flap, 3 flap before getting to the penis flap, and at that weight, I bet his wiener goes inside of him, so you kind of have to coax it out of him in order to give him any type of handy or release whatsoever.
It was I guess his energy, his curly hair, his glasses. I must be into nerds.
Let me take these contacts out and get my glasses on. And no, I don't want you. I was leading up to then I will steal you away from Boogie. But 20 is too young for someone who is 37, let alone someone who is 40-fucking-8.
I guess, I don't know. I never really paid attention to like my feelings or anything because I kind of like kept to myself in school. So like, I don't know. He's just.
There you go. You just shove those feelings down and don't acknowledge them. The old Hank Hill. You just suck it up and let a tumor and cancer evolve from all those things you are not letting out.
Adorable to me. I like him. He was going through a lot, and
Adorable? No, he's about 4 adorables.
Randomly hit him up on Instagram, and I told him that I support him and that I'm always here for him and stuff. And so it started from there. So we talked on Snapchat for a while, a couple months. Okay, so we definitely took it slow.
Snapchat is really the hookup app. I was a latecomer to Snapchat, and so many people around my age have the Snapchat, and the fact that everything expires really does encourage you to show some fucking nudes, doesn't it?
We didn't get to like the actual romantic thing. Like, you know, we would talk about it, but it never was like, we never really got into it on Snapchat. It was in person. We waited. And even then,
King of all diffs is down for the younger girls. You are more of the Anthony Cumia type that don't mind going so low. But yeah, like 27, I feel like when you get too young, it seems like there's just certain life experiences that are just so wildly different. They've never gone to the rental store and picked a VHS out for the weekend.
we are still taking it slow. I don't ever want to be alone. That's another thing. Maybe that's why I have stuffed animals. I don't ever want to be alone. And so it's
Aha. I picked someone who is just completely pathetic, so I will never be alone. Aha. I got very good at being okay with being alone.
nice to have company. And I don't know. That's weird, but I'm weird.
Yep.
Yeah. So he's fun loving, go-getting, and just social. And I like that about him because I'm a little bit like that, but I'm more shy. Like he's bringing it out of me. So that's what I like. We're definitely, I was an opposite.
Oh, he's bringing it out of her. He's into the goatsy and the prolapse, apparently. Bringing it on out of her.
Like I said, I was just shy. I kept to myself. So it's nice. Him being different. They're always going to have criticism and hate, you know? So, and I've always dealt with hate and criticism, so it's nothing new to me.
You can deal out the hate and criticism, but you fold that hand. You don't keep it. And you're just keeping that hate and criticism in your hand. You need to learn how to play cards, lady.
He's not manipulating me. I love him for him. He doesn't.
Boogie is manipulating everyone all the time. You don't even know what manipulation looks like. This is a power bottom manipulator.
Control me. We're a team. He supports me in everything I do and everything I want. He's my support system. So I don't have a
Annie wanting this girl to put some meat on her bones. Yeah, she is a tad too thin, I believe. And Darkside Phil definitely cured his wife of not being a big old fatso.
The relationship with my father. I don't really call him my father. Call him sperm donor, but this don't have to be put into the documentary. I don't reference him as father to me. He's never really been my father. He signed his rights away, or my rights away, whenever I was 20.
Oh, damn. Extreme abandonment. Not only did he wander away to some new strange, he was like, no, give me no responsibility whatsoever. I need to get some strange tail.
Months old, or was it 18 months old? I think it was 18 months old. He signed his rights away.
There's that goddamn plane again. Futurama, can you take care of that plane for us?
The number you have dialed has crashed into a planet. Please make a note of it.
All right, hopefully that took care of that plane.
From us, so I never really had a good father role figure in my life. It didn't make me.
Oh, that actually might have helped Boogie's price come down on the house that he bought, is being in a flight path.
Feel good. It hurt a lot. I definitely just wanted.
Mike Klum, that is the documentarian. And early on, it's only an hour long. He could have made it 2 hours easily. The Boogie 2988 documentarian. I know words. The Boogie 2988 documentary could have easily been 2 hours. And he actually tapped out. He was like, this is too fucking sad. I had to get away from my subject for my own mental health.
That father figure in that role.
Because Boogie mainlines on that feel bad for me energy.
And just didn't ever have it. Growing up without a father figure has its challenges. Like you just don't have that support.
And that's how you end up fucking guys old enough to be your father, by the fact that you missed out on your father.
System that you would, and the advice that you need. And so it's just difficult. because I don't want to be alone, but
Putting in that very ominous music is Clum.
yeah.
Oh,
I'm
she's
sorry.
breaking down.
It's hard.
For someone whose mental health is very bad, maybe you should not be in a relationship with someone who's more than double your age, whose mental health is just as bad. It's like dating another addict. You do not date an addict when you are an alcoholic, and you are dating another grief-addicted person.
Because I love him, and just imagining a life without him is difficult. I do. I do love him.
She finally got that father figure, and being that he might be taken away one day, and he look at him, like his heart could attack him at any time and take him away.
I truly love him.
Have you ever loved anyone like this?
Not really, no. No, I haven't.
What about the people who say these are fake tears? You're all in it for the clout.
I say to those people, look how unwell this lady is. She has fallen into the trap of a narcissist, and she will not get out of that whatsoever.
Let them say it. I don't care. You know, if that's what they think, that's what they think. At the end of the day, I know how I feel.
And what a shitty gold digger if she's digging for gold of someone who is just in massive debt and not improving it whatsoever.
It's not easy because I don't like seeing him stressed and I don't like seeing him trouble.
That's how he is all the time, except when he's putting on a front. And that front doesn't seem to last very long before he goes back into the feel sad for me mode.
I just want to be his support system like he's my support system, so it's not easy.
One person does not make a system. I know those DID people would disagree, but one person does not make a system.
Where do I think the financial picture of Boogie will be?
Pillar, yes. System, no.
Yeah, I don't know.
Does that worry you? Or?
It does, but does it worry me? It does, but I worry about him more. Even if he does go broke and has to sell the house, I'm still going to be by his side. He's the only one that I love and I care about, and there's only one of them. And so I'm not just going to up and leave him for money, because money's an issue.
You came into this where money was an issue. You're sticking around where money will always be an issue.
Yeah, my thoughts on me moving on to a younger
Your thoughts? You've got some thoughts? I'll come on there. We've got some thoughts in that room.
guy is not going to happen. Why not? Because they're not him.
Do you feel Boogie's irreplaceable for you?
Yeah, I feel Boogie is irreplaceable for me.
And why is that? I mean, there's a lot of guys. There's millions, really. What makes Boogie so special?
What makes Boogie so special is that...
Absolutely, Hackride. I will give you a contact. If your information is out there on your channel, I will hit that up. And, of course, I sent my email, dillonfromsomewhere@gmail.com, for collaborations and other nonsense. And for... Boy, I was winding up for a joke that just was not coming. Take me out, Duke Phillips.
Where's the joke? Sir, we're on the air. I know we're on the air, but where's the joke?
The joke is on the screen. This joke of a relationship.
What makes Boogie so special is that he's caring.
What makes him so special is that he was in the classes that all the other special people were in.
And loving and non-judgmental, and has been through heck and back, and is still a champ.
Heck and back. Boy, you are a proper lady, aren't you? You won't even say the HE double hockey sticks.
So there's nobody, absolutely nobody out in the world that I think is going to be like him or near as close to being like him. So
what's the future of the relationship with Boogie?
I blew it.
The future in our relationship, I see marriage. Boogie has improved my life tremendously. He just makes me happy.
I wonder if there was a cut here, or if she just switched gears from just very sad and crying to, Oh, Marriage with Boogie?
Happiest I've ever been. And I'm not alone, and so that he just completes me. Moving in has been interesting but fun. Like, there has not been a dull moment.
Oh, and there is the hopeful music. Here at nearly 9 minutes in, we are now going from the downtrodden, sad music to the hopeful music.
Full of laughter.
Nice
The
job,
house has been
Clum.
Full of laughter nonstop. So it's been really nice. It's been refreshing. I think overall this house is interesting and it's characteristic, and it's just there's nothing boring about it, honestly. I love the video games. I love the whole setup. I would not change a darn thing. I hope.
You know what's really fun? The most fun game is, can we afford to live here for another month? Can we pay the mortgage? What a fun game.
With the dogs, I get him his water, like whatever he wants and requests.
Does Boogie drink his water out of the same bowl that the dog does?
Honestly, nothing, but I help out as much as I can.
Maybe Boogie has like a hamster type of contraption, but since he can't really operate his fat, unmuscular arms all that well, he gets his water from like a hamster type of water.
I can,
container.
I just mainly is to take care of him. He takes care of me. So, what was it like?
Oh, no. You can call that taking care of you, but that is just exploiting your mental unwellness to keep you closer to him.
See him getting obliterated in a boxing match. I didn't watch the boxing match because he's still a winner to me at the end of the day, but I just, for the fact that I didn't want to watch it, was because I don't want to see him get hurt.
She is much more like a caretaker than a girlfriend, and that's what a lot of these man children are looking for. Darkside Phil is one who, one of my favorite things from that lolcow is every time he says my wife, there is such a large compilation of him almost calling his wife his mother, and then my wife made my dinner, and that's all. That's all Boogie's looking for, is a caretaker that he can come inside of.
Getting hurt. Is it demasculating? No, he stepped into the ring. A lot of guys are too afraid to even do that. So there was no attraction to Jordy after the fight. I need some tissues. What would it take? It wouldn't take anything. I'm not breaking up with him. If he broke up with me, that's different, but I'm never going to find a reason to break up with him. Sorry.
Like, she's already resigned herself. Like, if he breaks up with me, yeah, that's okay. And there's really no reason that he should be breaking up with anybody.
I'll repeat all that. What was the question? So if he cheated, I'm not going to break up with him because I love him and it's going to hurt. Yeah, we're going to talk about it. But I know at the end of the day, he loves me. So to see him with,
He loves being taken care of like a little boy.
With another woman, it would hurt and it would make me jealous, but I'd get it.
She understands that this child wants to fuck tens sometimes, and she, you're in Oklahoma. You might be in Oklahoma 8, 7, 8 in Oklahoma. Let's not go by Los Angeles numbers, because that would just be mean. But an Oklahoma 7.5? How can I live with myself with that? I must have an LA 10 every once in a while and spend $200,000 on her.
Women are beautiful. So I would say are just about women, because I know as a YouTuber you have plenty of options, and I've been told this by another YouTubers.
Even the biggest loser on the planet has options. You proved that, lady.
So I'm very much aware of this. Okay, when it comes to Boogie, I did experience a lot of jealousy because I did know and I was told that he has options, and it's very clear and aware of that.
Dela is not a fan of April Imholt. I believe April Imholt is a Minnesota 9.5. I believe this lady is a Minnesota 6.
Am I attracted to Boogie for his money? No. Because money doesn't make a person.
It might also be because he doesn't have any money.
I know. I mean,
let's check out that pause again. No, it's not about money. Obviously, it's not about money. He pissed it all away.
It might also be because he doesn't have any money.
I know. I'm a lot.
It took 3 seconds to register a reaction because he doesn't have any money. He doesn't.
I mean, I don't really care about that. What do I think about his dire financial situation? I think it's scary.
Yeah, what's so scary about it?
That he might lose it all in a day. He might just be homeless one day. But it makes me feel nervous and scared. But
If he spent a couple of bucks on homemade quesadillas rather than 15 bucks on Taco Bell quesadillas, he could really stretch that out a lot more.
I'm gonna be by his side no matter what. So I would do whatever
Quesadilla is easy as fuck to make, by the way. It is not hard to make a quesadilla.
it took to support him. Yes. A job. Yeah. Okay, I would get a job to support him. I do see myself growing older.
Oh, wow. She would do something he would not do. She would get a job to support Boogie. Boogie won't even get a job to support Boogie.
This is everything and more for me. I'm complete. I have my partner in crime, my player one, and just a happy home. Is there anything else that people need to know or that they don't get to see? They see pretty much what they see behind the camera on YouTube, Instagram, all the socials. That's the legit him. Like, he's funny, charismatic. He makes people laugh, you know.
He had a certain charisma that the internet liked, and then he just fucking blew it.
He's a sweetheart, so.
Link in the description of this video for Mike Klum's full documentary about this fucking sad sack. And he really didn't know how to end the documentary, so he took him to a mushroom shaman and got him all tripping on mushrooms to try to find some sort of semblance to an ending of what really is just going in circles of madness that is Boogie's life. But let's check out someone else who is mentally unwell but deals with it much better than our buddy Boogie. This is our friend Alice Cotton Socks, and she is a crazy lady who is aware of her craziness, and she is working on it. So A+ for effort on Alice Cotton Socks for trying to get herself a little less crazy, whereas Boogie gets like a D-F for effort on working on his crazy to get it down to a manageable level.
It's a miserable fucking day, so we're going for a miserable fucking walk. It's hard to find the motivation to go outside when the weather is worse than a dog's bottom, but we're doing it. Generally, sunshine tends to make me feel more motivated. I guess summer is ending. Egg. Crunchy. With just a little bit of imagination, you can pretend you're crushing the bones of your enemies.
But I would say that Alice Cotton Socks does have a better mental outlook than Boogie and his girlfriend, who, Isaac Walmart thinks that the girlfriend, Desiree, might look better as she gets older, and I bet she does. I bet she does mature into something a bit more attractive, because I don't like that girlish look. I like a woman.
Look at this large area of brown filth. Are you inspired? What about the big green? It's full of poop, you know. Oh, that's a large bee. It's so beautiful and fat. I'm pleased to report that my agoraphobia is better than ever. Almost gone, actually. I'm even coping with the wind. The entire rest of my life is a complete horrible mess. But you have to take the wins when they come. So many birds. Wow. Free rock. Winning. Even the graffiti here is very polite. That's a good stick. I like your stick.
Vanilla, will you stop posting this nice person? Go away.
I enjoyed it. The dog
No, yeah, maybe a nice person, but she's a very crazy person.
has a stick, and I have a rock. Life is worth living. Suffering is unrelenting, but there's always going to be moments of joy to stick around for. You fucking wind. Anyway, bye.
There, she has got agoraphobia, but she is forcing herself to get out into the world, despite the fact that her mortal enemy, the wind, is touching her. So, doing better than Boogie. Doing a little exposure therapy is Alice Cotton Socks, whereas Boogie just stays in his house and fires his gun if someone he doesn't like comes a knocking. You know what might help Boogie? A nurse. A little bit of a better medical outlook on his life. Maybe Nurse Kaboom could help out our buddy Boogie. Do you have any advice, Nurse Kaboom?
Josh Bynes has been coming all night long, but then he pulls out, and it's just hard. It's been a while since he's seen a hole that big.
Nurse Kaboom is a little bit distracted, and this is from Ghostlight Odyssey. These are clowns around town in Las Vegas, making me want to go back to Vegas. All these ladies here, and here, maybe Nurse Kaboom, can we get your attention? We're looking for advice for our buddy Boogie. Do you have any?
Oh my God, you're so cute. I could just eat you out. Eat you out. Eat you up. Sorry. Brain was lagging. Go ahead.
Okay, Nurse Kaboom is liking what we look like, but that wasn't advice, Nurse Kaboom. Do you have some advice for us, Nurse Kaboom?
Do you guys know that your body will literally tell you what it needs? All you have to do is listen to it.
Dick. I need some dick.
All right, so just listen to your body as she does, and her body was calling out for some dick. Kaboom believes that there is a man underneath Nurse Kaboom. I believe that is just an Asian lady underneath Nurse Kaboom, but King of all diffs will pass because he believes it's a man, baby. That is all we have for today on Co-Host Auditions. Thank you all for joining and having some fun with us. Hello to all those who came in early, who came in late. And Nurse Kaboom is not a fan of those who come early. Coming late, she is a much bigger fan of those type of people. So we have got another episode tomorrow. I've got a few in the queue. There's one on Vocal Fry that's coming up soon. And then we have a TikTok Around the Clock with the return of speed dating this week on TikTok Around the Clock. I actually need to book chatting with beloved chatters. The person who we were going to record with, we had quite a falling out when he demanded that I buy his book. And I was like, I read the free chapters, and oh boy, if he can take those sample chapters off the internet, that would help him sell some more copies, because he released something that is in no way, shape, or form a final draft. Let's see, next week will be another episode of What Is This Game with Annie? It is XCOM Enemy Within, or Enemy Unknown. I downloaded the DLC version, Enemy Within, and looking forward to talking about that. I lost a year of my life to XCOM 2. So XCOM, the original, not original, but the first one in years and years, I am quite a fan of, and sinking a lot of time into that already. And it got my ass fucking handed to me the first time around. So not on my first playthrough, because I didn't know how to build my base in order to win the game. There is a lot of ins, outs, what have yous in XCOM Enemy Within, as there is an XCOM 2 next week on What Is This Game. If you would like to be on Chatting with Beloved Chatters, there is the email, dylanfromsomewhere@gmail.com. We have also got a Discord. I forgot to copy and paste that. It'll be up on tomorrow's episode. It's up regularly, so hopefully we'll have that link for you soon. Really, I can wander over in there right now. Couldn't see that link from where I was sitting, but yeah, let me just copy that real quick, and I can send you folks over there. If you would like to join in voice chats, always do voice chats after the show on Tuesdays. I will stop in there for a little bit today, but I am way behind on work I am supposed to get done for this coming week. So just stopping in really quick this time for realsies. Huh, it's two different links, isn't it? Wonder why it's two different links. We both just copied it. Discord is weird sometimes. Imagine an idiot taking practical advice. That is all for today. I will ramble on to you later this week. Thank you all for joining, and now feel free to go away.
Well, it looks like that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for going on this adventure with me. It's fun being with friends. I'll see you next time. Bye now.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.
Places all join hands, circle left. Now circle right and listen to me. LS, MFT. Elementary corners like swinging on a gate. To right to your honey with the right and left date. Grand right and left around you go. Lucky strike means fine tobacco. Meet your honey and give her a whirl. All swing around with the little girls. Smoke 'em, then you'll see. LS, MFT. Promenade and don't you fall. Promenade around the hall. Lucky strike is first again with tobacco men. Promenade straight down the pike. It's time right now for a lucky strike. Yes, for smoking that you're bound to like, you just can't beat a lucky strike.